Hi, I'm Lauren, and for those of you who know me, you know that I love to eat. Snacks, dinner, drinks, anything. So I joined a group that is like an international snack swap. So I have my first box here, and I have another one coming on Monday, but both are from Canada, and I just couldn't wait for the second one to do a little review. So here's a little snippet and some things that we don't have. So the first thing that I got sent was these Aero chocolates, and kind of like you can see the picture here. That's what the inside of the chocolate looks like, and they're by Nestle, but we don't have those here in the US. So here is just like a little pouch of the individual chocolates, and I'm trying to find one that's not, it got a little melted. It's over 100 degrees here, so you know. So they just look like these little round chocolates, and when you bite into them, you can see the inside there. And it's good chocolate. I don't like it or dislike it any better than, say, a Hershey bar that doesn't have the little bubbles inside. But it is really good. It seems like their chocolate in Canada might be a little bit sweeter from some of the other things. The next thing I got are Kit Kat. And while you might be saying, Lauren, we have Kit Kats in the United States, we do. But the one big thing here is right here. It's made by Nestle. Savannah wants to say hi, apparently. And ours in the US are made from Hershey. And what I learned there is that, I don't remember the name now, but there was a brand that made Kit Kat, and Hershey had bought the rights to Kit Kat. So they were producing it in the United States and only in the United States. But then Nestle came and bought the whole company. And since Hershey already had that contract, Hershey was still allowed to make Kit Kats in the United States, but everywhere else around the world, Nestle makes Kit Kat. So I thought that was interesting. I looked it up, and I have a little bag of minis here. And they look just like our Kit Kat, basically. Again, they're kind of melted together in a little blob, but very similar logo. They taste very similar, and on this one, I actually feel like the chocolate is not as sweet, but just as good. I love Kit Kats, so I was happy to get those. Something else is this. It's called a Coffee Crisp, and you can see the picture over here. It's kind of what it looks like. So it's almost like similar-ish kind of to a Kit Kat, where it's like layers of kind of crunchy wafers and then like a powdered chocolatey coffee type situation, and it is delicious. So good. I don't know why we have these here. It tastes like a mocha in a candy bar, basically. And it's super crunchy and super light. Like, as soon as you pick up this candy bar, it's super light. And it was the bomb, pretty much. One of the other things is they have this candy brand, which is called Maynard's. And again, I'm a huge nerd. I like to research. I like to look things up. And Maynard's is owned by another big candy brand, but they kept all the things in Canada. In the UK, they have a lot more. In the United States, what we have that we're familiar with that actually doesn't have Maynard on there is Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids. So I love Sour Patch Kids and Swedish Fish, two of my all-time favorite candies. So I was very excited to try things. So the first thing, which are very popular in, I guess, the UK and in Canada, are these wine gums. All right, and so it has a corkscrew opening like a bottle cap, and they're all different shapes, all different flavors. You can see there, they have things written on them like sherry, champagne, port, gin. They have no alcohol. It even says that on the back. somewhere, but it does say contains no alcohol. And they don't have an alcohol flavor either. So when you open them, there's a very overpowering, I would say, vinegar type smell, which is not appealing at all. And it's just not good. And I can tell you the reason for that vinegar smell is this guy right here. It's like a purpley black one, and it is awful. It's terrible. I hate it. I had one. I didn't want to try it again. It was gross. The other flavors are all right. They're very chewy. Think of them as like a gummy lifesaver type texture. You know, we have a yellow one, a red one. What else do we have? Green. You know, your standard general colors. Orange. And those are all okay. They all have kind of a weird aftertaste, which I'm going to go ahead and blame these guys for, because it is kind of like a vinegary type. And I thought it was going to be like black licorice, which I hate anyway, but it's worse. It's worse than black licorice. So they would go under okay. Stay away from the purpley black ones for sure. Plug your nose when you open them. And they're okay other than that. Now let's move on to my next Maynard's products. And these are the best. Like, I'm almost out of this package here and I was like, I need to save some so I can actually put it on the video. But these are called Swedish berries, and they taste a lot like Swedish fish, but a little bit different texture, a different shape. You can see they almost look like a gumdrop, or a berry, I guess. And they are delicious. They're very soft. They're not like the wine gums where they're super gummy. Again, similar to a texture of a Swedish fish, but in berry form. And I love Swedish fish, so what's not to like there? Super good. The last thing from Maynard's that I got are mango Sour Patch Kids, which actually, you see, I haven't opened. I am so excited about them, and I'm a weirdo, and I definitely save the best for last. So I was going to save these until I got my other Canada box. I think I'm getting another package of these, but I feel like I'm going to love them because I love mango, I love Sour Patch Kids, and that way I can eat this entire bag, essentially, and still have another bag. So I'm going to set those aside for now, but they exist. They have a lot. They have like a Crush, like the soda brand, Crush flavored Sour Patch Kids there. They have all sorts of Sour Patch Kids. They have like berry flavored ones. So they all sound really, really good. Now, let's move on to the next candy bar. And it is a Crunchie, and it's by Cadbury. And it's good, but it's super, super sweet. So you can see the inside of the candy bar is kind of airy again. Again, it's a very lightweight candy bar. It is a toffee that is like airy like that again. But it's covered in chocolate, and it's super good. A different texture, something different than I've ever had before. So I would definitely recommend trying it. But it was very, very sweet. The toffee was sweet. The chocolate was sweet. And my boyfriend and I actually ended up splitting it. And even he said, no, I can't finish my half. It's so sweet. I like it, but I would like it in maybe, you know, squares that you could break off. So you could just eat like one square at a time and portion it a little bit better. Next, there's another thing I haven't tried, which I'll try right now, but Smarties. And I know, again, what you're thinking, we have Smarties here. They're not the same. Our Smarties are chalky, hard candy, and these are almost like an M&M. It's chocolate with a candy coating that's multicolored. So let's go ahead and open these. And the one thing I don't like is the rip tops on all the bags. They all say, look, scissors. And they're not lying. I'm not sure how I just got that one opened, but I like our little our little Rip Tops. Oh, interesting. I was actually expecting these to be smaller than M&Ms for some reason, but they're very similar in size. They have some different colors. So they have like your standard yellows, but then they have like some pastel colors that are like pink and I dropped one on the floor, like a light purpley blue. Let's see. So there's kind of a handful of them. They don't have any markings on them. They're just plain color. So let me go ahead and try them, I guess. They seem to be like thinner chocolate from M&M's. So a little bit thinner, but the same size around. It tastes very close to M&M's, maybe a thicker candy shell. And they're just as good. Their chocolate, again, is a little bit sweeter, so I don't think I could, eat this whole pack. But they're good. They're really good. So definitely would recommend the Smarties. And I also, when I was, again, researching, Smarties, I believe, came first from M&M's, at least from what I was seeing. I think I read that on Wikipedia, so, take that with a grain of salt. But I think they came first, which to me was interesting that they're not more popular than M&M's. The last item is these Mr. Maple cookies, and they're a sandwich cookie, kind of like an Oreo, shaped like a maple leaf, and on the back it even says they're made with real Canadian maple syrup. So let me just tell you, they're delicious. As soon as I opened up the box, which it comes in like a little thing, kind of like Oreos, it smells like maple. Just maple, 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 maple smell, and they are delicious. They are super good. I hope we have something like this I can track down in the US, but it's super cute too. It looks like a little maple leaf, and you can see it's filled with the maple filling, but super good. Highly recommend it. Now, one thing I was hoping to try is they have some interesting chip flavors. So they have ketchup chips. You heard me right, ketchup chips. And I was really hoping to try those. To me, they sound disgusting, but everyone says they are amazing. So I am going to be getting those in my box on Monday. So I'm excited to try those. And then the other one is all dressed chips, which are Ruffles. And they're pretty much all the flavors of Ruffles, barbecue, salt and vinegar, all on one chip. So I thought that sounded amazing, and I was like, duh, why don't we have that here? I feel like it's amazing and we would love that. So I'll be reviewing those as well, but I wanted to get at least these first few things to you guys, and these are my favorite. So, and these two, the cookie and the Swedish berries. So if you see those anywhere, don't be afraid to try them. They're delicious, and I look forward to trying some other snacks from other countries. Thank you.